part. The PNP, our position is that every household where there is a student, a child who has matriculated, who has the qualifications to go on to tertiary education, every household should get one scholarship for one child to complete that tertiary education. That, I think, will break that intergenerational curse, as you call it. Because if you are able to go on to college, get a degree, then you're able to also turn around and help. You're a model for the others, but you're also able to earn in a different bracket, right? Where you can then support your family. So the way this works is that all the costs, all the tuition related costs for someone who finishes high school, has the subjects, gets into a tertiary institution, will be covered by the government under a PNP administration. So this is what we refer to as 1 degree per household. So one child from every household will be eligible to access that scholarship. We think that is revolutionary, but you also may recall this is something we were doing in the 1970s under the Michael Manley administration, because we believe that with that investment in a tertiary education, it changes the life not only of the individual but of the entire family, and that's why we want to make that investment. It is critical to how we go forward as a country.
Trust me, it surely is. That initiative is one of the hallmark that I'm sure a lot of young persons will be giving their support this time around to the People's National Party, and we want to thank the party for that initiative. For those persons,
before you go on, and it's closely related to the question of tertiary education, is the provisions we intend to make as well for student loan. And we want those who access student loans to feel as though when they do so, they are making an investment for which they should not be punished. They should be encouraged. And so at the moment, if you take a student loan, your payment plan is not necessarily related to how much you're earning. And if you're unemployed for a period of time, that also is not taken into consideration. And we intend to change that. We intend to ensure that if what you earn, your payment is linked to that, so it's proportional to what you're earning. So I might be earning $1 and you're earning 10. So you will pay back at a faster rate than I do. If you become unemployed for a period of time, then we intend to pause your repayment and add that on to the end of your loan repayment. So we don't want people to be fearful of taking a loan in order to further their education. And so that's why we're making it friendlier. We want young people to know that we believe in you, and we believe that if you take that opportunity to get a loan to invest in your education, that should redound to your benefit in the long run, and you should not feel like your credit score will be messed up and all of this. If we're serious about the development of our young people, these are ways in which we can encourage and support them. Let me just make one more point before you go to the questions, because we have also ignored for far too long the issue of skills and how young people leaving secondary schools. They exit secondary, oftentimes spending 2 years in a skill area without a certificate in that area. Yet we know that the world is crying out for more skilled young people. There are so many areas where we don't have the relevantly trained personnel. Our position and our plan is that every high school should have a state-of-the-art vocational lab, and these will cover a range of issues, the traditional skills areas. But if we're serious about what is happening with AI and coding and our young people becoming shapers of technology, then these labs will also address that issue. So when you leave secondary school, you should not have the need to register or to go to Hart to get a level 2 or level 3 certificate. Our thinking is that when you're leaving secondary school with these labs in place and the appropriate connections to Hart, you will leave with a level 3, level 4 on the path to a level 4. You'll be on the path to a level 4 certificate. So we want the system to be more efficient. We want to make sure we're truly preparing our young people to take on the world. And we don't think they should wait until after you leave high school because, we know that they have the skills and the capacity. We need to support them with the resources and give them the opportunities.
Thank you for that, Dr. Russell. Hence, and that's the whole reason why the People's National Party back then in your era started the whole high school technical level. We have the Marcus Garvey Technical High School, the Jose Marti Technical High School. These are not just the traditional high school where, because the high school that I went, Dr. Russell, we didn't really major in vocational and technical schools. When my friends in my community that went to Marcus and some of these schools tell me that them I learn woodwork and plumbing, I'm like, what? Like these skills were subject areas weren't available in my time when I was going to school. So I think each school, as I said, should have one of those labs that train our youngsters in this field. And so it's a good initiative. One final thing before I go to Brett. Dr. Russell, I'm not sure if you're aware, but a lot of young persons are reaching out to me and say, Dre, say even though we go to Hart and some of these skill training center, and when we graduate and we are to go into the world of work and get our certificate, are you aware, Dr. Russell, that sometime months after graduation, these children don't get the certificate? All because of some stupid excuse, the person is not here to affix them signature, and persons keep going back, revisiting these institutions to pick up them certificate, and it's never ready until months, sometime up to a year. And I don't think that is so, and it will not continue to happen under People's National Party administration.
There is a word we've been using, and I probably too loosely, and it's the word care. When you, as a young person, find that $500 and you travel to wherever this place is to get your certificate, and them tell you, boy, whomever should sign is not here. Because when you called, nobody answered, and you called multiple times and nobody answered.